This channel is supported by Truefire.
Well, what is this all about then? It's the Truefire Summer Music Festival. What I'm going to tell you about, you can get 1 month of All Access for just $1. The All Access, you can dip in and out of every single course on Truefire, so that's a really great way to get some awesome courses down you.
I know what you're thinking. Will this Telecaster madness never end? But there's a story behind this one. Right, so went into Project Music in Exeter, offloaded a few things, and came back with this rather beautiful 50s style Tele. The Tele madness continues. What I liked about this guitar, I actually went in to check out a 64 Rosewood. But this guitar was a little bit lighter, and just something about the way that the 50s pickups were voiced just suited me a bit better, I thought, than the Rosewood board. Don't know why. Although it says in the specs that this is a V type neck, it's very not pronounced in the V realm. See what Nemo thinks of it. What do you think, bud? But yeah, you can see a nice ash body. It's under £7, which was a winner. Let me get the specs out. And I wanted to share it with you. This is a 57 Custom Shop Fender, Journeyman, Relic, all of that sort of stuff. It's a Tele, right, basically. Quite a nice little blonde number. But I had a few guitars that I kind of was not loving anymore, and I thought we could probably trade these in. So I took them to my local Project Music. Now, there was actually a really nice Fender Duosonic, but that was unfortunately being sold on consignment, so it was down to this Tele and a Rosewood board Tele, like a 64 Tele. They're, you know, both around the sort of £4,000 mark, which Now, compared to a Nacho, it's kind of cheap, so maybe this is like the cheaper end of the market of Teles now that I'm fully down the rabbit hole. Anyway, let's get into it a bit. So the pickups, so it's a 57, but the pickups are like hand-wired 58 style. Now, there was a chap who asked me about the artist pickups, actually, and he kind of noticed that the two inner, whatever those bits are called, rods, are a bit higher, and it's actually the same on this bridge pickup. It's quite a nice sort of subtle-ish relic, except for these bits here. There's like a nice bit of aging sort of towards the fret. I think they call it fret ghosting in the specs. Overall, I liked that it was under £7. And compared to the 64 Tele, I felt like this kind of was less bright. Really nice sort of classic Tele position in the middle. One thing I do miss on my Nacho, actually, this was a guitar that I had sort of written off because in the spec sheet it said it was a soft V, which, having seen what a Nacho soft V was like, could really mean quite an aggressive V, but actually it's a very full-shouldered, quite a nice deep feeling neck. So that's the reason that the V on this didn't put me off, because I feel like I could probably actually play this guitar for longer than a Nacho and not have issues with it. So you can see it's a 57 Tele Journeyman Relic. It's sorted for lightweight. Neck shape 57 soft V. It's pretty chunky. And what else have we got going on? Narrow tall frets, quarter sawn neck, Fat 50s Tele select switch. The actual pickups used: hand wired 58 Tele, hand wired 58 Tele, the bridge as well. Fret ghosting. What that means. All Phillips head screws. Is this the ghosting thing where it kind of looks? Anyway, let's plug it in, hear how it sounds. I think it's quite a good looking thing. What do you reckon? I do feel like I just feel like I should have a Fender in my collection in general. Also, this feels like something I could gig quite comfortably. I might actually complement my Les Paul quite nicely because the neck is a little on the thicker side, without being a crazy V. But I feel like switching between the two. without it feeling like a huge switch up. Overall, getting it home, I'm quite impressed with it. The other thing, it had older strings on it in the shop, and the rosewood board had some like newer strings, and I thought, if I'm preferring this one with the older strings, then for sure I feel like once it's strung up with new ones like it is now, the Dario XS is definitely going to be the guitar that I prefer. So my only other maple board, actually, other than the Nacho, seems to me like a maple board on a Tele is a bit of a thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Your favourite Fender custom shop, your favourite Tele builder in general. I just wanted to scratch that itch and had some guitars to trade, so I thought this one's a pretty nice looking Tele in my opinion, and the Relic is not too over the top for a Fender custom shop, so yeah, nice job all round.